My parents handed my younger brother the house, the cash, and our construction company. Then, 2 years later, my mom texted me at 7:13 a.m. Mortgage is due. Like I was still the family emergency fund. The last thing my dad told me when he cut me out was, "Your brother deserves it." He was right about one thing. My brother did deserve what came next. I'd spent 15 years in the family business doing the work that kept jobs alive. I fixed delayed deliveries, smoothed out furious clients, and caught budget problems before they exploded. My brother showed up for photo ops and charity dinners. Looking back, I don't know what I was chasing more, my dad's approval or the fantasy that merit wins eventually. The favoritism was constant. Boys will be boys covered everything my brother did. Meanwhile, I got lectured for breathing wrong. This was the moment I understood the scoreboard had been rigged from the start, and I was still playing anyway. Then came a Sunday dinner with an important announcement. Mom poured drinks and I could smell my dad's scotch before he even lifted the glass. He talked about succession like it was a toast. "We're transferring ownership to your brother, effective immediately. And the house and investments too." I blinked and waited for the punchline. Mom mumbled something about a severance. 3 months salary. Was I really still expecting fairness from them? I said, "So 15 years gets me 3 months pay?" Dad didn't flinch. "Your brother deserves it." I said, "I'm your kid." He shrugged. "Until you marry." My brother leaned back, grinning. "Don't worry, sis. I'll find you a spot, maybe HR. I walked out. In the car, I kept wondering if they ever loved me, or just the labor. I quit the next morning and moved to Chicago. I built my own consulting shop from scratch and got busy fixing other people's messes for real money. That's when I realized my value had never been the problem. The people measuring it were. Back home, my brother ran the company like a frat house with invoices. He fired veterans to hire his buddies. He underbid projects into losses, then charged personal toys to company cards. Lawsuits showed up. Payroll got delayed. My parents mortgaged the paid-off family home to keep the lights on. Then my mom's text hit. "Mortgage is due. Can we talk?" My coffee tasted burnt the second I read it. A mortgage on the house they gave my brother. Did they think I'd fly back just to write a check? I replied, "Ask your heir." They called anyway. My dad's voice sounded smaller. He said there were families depending on the company. He said he needed me to come back and salvage what's left. I couldn't tell if he was finally ashamed or just scared of foreclosure. I told him my terms. 51%, immediate transfer, full authority, or good luck. He tried, "Be reasonable." I said, "I am. You're just not used to me having leverage." 3 days later, I flew back. Their living room was a paper graveyard, bank notices, tax liens, legal threats spread across the coffee table. My brother swaggered in late tan sunglasses on his head. He laughed. "Family reunion?" I said, "Sit down. We're discussing how you destroyed a 3-generation business." He blamed the market, so I slid my spreadsheet across the table. Boat payments, country club dues, first-class flights, the Florida condo, all charged while employees went unpaid. Slow motion, burned into my brain. My brother's grin twitched, then it vanished. My dad stared at the carpet. My mom's hands shook over the papers. My brother opened his mouth, then shut it. I heard the air conditioner click on. My dad finally said, "We choose her option." My brother snapped, "You can't give her my company." I looked at him. "Your company? The one you set on fire?" And for the first time in my life, my dad told him, "It's done." They signed. 51%, mine. I didn't hug anyone. I didn't cry. I just said, "Tomorrow, 7 a.m. office. Everyone." The next morning, my brother strolled in late with a coffee. I took his company card, cut his salary, pulled him off operations, and put him in client relations under me. I brought back the people he fired and started cleaning up the damage. A year after that first text, my mom messaged, "We turned a profit. Thank you for saving the legacy." I stared at it, then replied, "It was never about legacy. It was about recognizing worth where it exists." The best revenge wasn't taking control. It was watching them finally admit I was the only one who could.